Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 here in this best of 2 series between CDEC Gaming and Team Newbee in a Dota 2 professional league. Still got plenty of matches left to play here in this particular season, but still, CDC is sitting at 3-8 now after that last match loss, so they definitely need some points under the belt. The other one that's below them, the FTD Club C, who lost every single game that they played so far. Newbie, on the other hand, up on the top in first place with now 10-3 and probably looking to try and get another point. Of course, every single point that you get makes it even clearer that you will end up in the playoffs. I believe the first 6 teams will move on to that, so Newbie pretty safe already, but hey. Winning Dota always feels nice, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna aim for that one. Abaddon gonna be their first pick as it has not been banned out. Monkey King also still in the pool this time. So we see the Slaughter and the Caudal first bans, so CDC might be thinking about that right the hell now. Already picked the Rubik, so you already have your 5 position support. Monkey King would probably fill that 4 role, but instead they're gonna go ahead and snag up the Lifestealers. Not sure about that one, to be quite honest, because um, he generally does well in lane against most other melee heroes. Abaddon though is one of these where you could definitely see him struggle a little bit just with the falling shields and can't always rage through them. Just such a low, too low of a cooldown. Now with the Crystal Maiden again on Newbee's team, Abaddon will have more than enough mana to spam that out as much as he wants to really. And then if you add another hero on top of that, um, even something like an Undying or anything else that works together with the Abaddon in the offlane, you can keep a lifesteal away from farm and maybe even kill him if he overextends, and this is not a great position for him to be in, right? Lifesteal really relies on being able to get a couple of basic items out early, like face boots and then Echo Saber or Armlet or Desolator, any combination of those. Most likely just phase an Armlet and then just make stuff happen with that. But if you manage to delay this timing, then it's not going to hit you as hard. Okay. This bird once again taken out. Just don't like to play against a hero, I suppose. Would have also fit well into their own lineup, I suppose. But yeah. You don't really want to give that to Newbee, I suppose. It's a strong mid lane hero that can transition into this mid game magical damage kind of thing. And yeah. Even though you have a life stealer, can be hard to deal with because of course Ember Spirit also inherently very mobile. So it's very hard for Lifesteal to necessarily stay on top of him. Unless you have plenty of control from your teammates. So CDC at least have the Rubik now, so it's a little bit. And depending on what Newbee picks up, he might be able to steal some good extra control spells. As it stands, they will probably want to look at some maybe something like a Puck, Storm Spirit for the middle lane or something like that. Who knows? Centaur also banned out. Summoner, of course, it's CDC who have that first pick coming into the second phase, and Centaur still being left in the pool. Just a little bit too dangerous. It works well against a lifestealer, but it works just as well with him, of course, just being able to just boost them up aggressively instead of just defensively. Maybe take out the Razor? Okay, that's a hero that I haven't seen in a while. Either picked or banned, so maybe it's a Chinese thing or something, I don't know. Oh, sorry. I don't know, maybe they're thinking against Abaddon?
5 seconds remaining.
And again, I mean, sure, you can link up and steal Abaddon's damage, but it's
Reserve time.
not really that big of an issue, is it, for him?
turn to pick.
Other than that, it's probably Newbie looking for some other melee heroes, melee cores, maybe the Ursa. So again, as a textbook counter to the Lifestealer, but they also have to contend with the Venomancer now, and this should be that Venomancer mid that the Chinese
10
scene really likes to
seconds
run these
remaining.
days. And
5 seconds remaining.
this might make Newbie think about what they want to do, if they want to switch up things a little bit. I mean,
Reserve
technically,
time.
you could probably still run a battle mid, but don't even think that would be doing all too well up against the Veno until he gets a couple of levels. He can spam the Aphotic Shield and dodge a lot of that poison and damage over time that the
10
Venomancer can
seconds
bring to the
remaining.
table. Like, the options are for Newbie to,
Monkey King.
okay, go for Monkey King now themselves,
Dire
as that's
team
still
pick.
left in the pool, of course, as well. So that can put on pressure in mid.
Earth Shaker.
And then you pick up a hero that can
Newbee's
keep his
turn to
distance.
pick.
Maybe something like a Zeus. Or alternatively something that has a lot of sustain. So Dragon Knight would come to mind, but or just go straight for the Viper. Actually wouldn't hate that. I mean,
10
the downside
seconds
is you're
remaining.
always gonna give away the Viper strike to Rubik.
5 seconds remaining.
But I think you can still play around that by picking up another
5
ranged carry
seconds
hero
remaining.
instead of going back for the Ursa.
Juggernaut.
Gonna go for the
Dire
Juggernaut for
team
now,
back.
so it's never a bad hero. Show your melee, show your uh, you might have issues with the Venomancer because if you're already spinning when the Gale hits you, it doesn't affect you. But if you get hit first and then start to
Newbee's
spin,
turn
it
to
doesn't actually
ban.
purge off the slow, unless they change that at some point. But what the Juggernaut really is really good at is just making sure that you don't die after winning a team fight up against Venomancer.
10 seconds remaining.
Because more often than not, if you don't have some good form of sustain,
Newbee's turn to pick.
Venomancer still can get a couple of kills after the teamfight is already ended, just because you got a good Gale off and a good Poison
Dire
Nova.
team
But
picked.
if you hold your healing ward until after the fight, it's more than enough to counteract that and make sure that none of you die. And the sniper last pick. Alright, so
10
as I said, that
seconds remaining.
makes a lot of sense up against the Venu. You can keep your distance.
5 seconds remaining.
And good combo with Monkey King as well. Monkey King ends up being able to gank mid.
Reserve time.
That plus a shrapnel is a nice little extra slow on top of the Primal Spring. And of course some extra damage here that the Venomancer cannot deal with. So CDC might need some help in mid. They did pick themselves up the Earthshaker. So that's another hero that I have not seen played in a while. Really excited to see what they can do with it, but if it's the 4 position, then it's a little bit tricky because it's one of these heroes that have a hard time doing anything but trying to set up kills. And if you then don't get the kills, then ultimately you're just wasting your time. You're not getting anything done. You're starting to fall behind in levels. It's not a lot of fun. So we need to be able to find these fissures, but I'm not sure if he can. If the Monkey King is tailing him, if he's just jumping around him in the trees, you should always be able to put yourself in a good position against the fissures, or even just kill the Earthshake outright. So I'm not feeling this pick. The Pudge as well. Alright, so this turns us into an offlane Earthshaker, which is slightly better, I want to say. So he's going to get his levels. Or is he? Is the question, right? Monkey King can easily just roam into the left lane as well. And any sort of slow is super useful for the Juggernaut to just walk up, spin, and then Earthshaker dies, because there's not a whole lot that he can do unless he just places a monster fissure. Try and keep the Juggernaut away. I don't know what to make of these last couple of CDC picks, to be quite honest. But we'll see what they can do. Game number 2 here in this best of 2 series in the DPL Season 3 group stage. My name is Dragon Drop. Happy to bring you this game. Once again, just coming in on short notice, because no one else was showing up to cast it. But yeah. If we could load the game, yeah, it's not actually a good sign if it takes this long to load, and yeah, okay. The great Chinese firewall
Prepare for battle.
finally catching up with me, so it looks like it's stabilized. So sometimes all you need to do is to start to complain a little bit, then things get better. Maybe not though. Maybe I just jinxed myself again. Um, let's see if it gets better, else we'll try and reconnect. I know Lyrical was having some issues with that yesterday, and he almost it almost drove him crazy. So I hope I'm as resilient as he was. Got Newbee here on the raid inside. Already spotted out by this early observer ward, so nice on them getting that in. I'm not sure if it was scouted out or anything. They do have a sentry, so maybe if they have a feeling that that there's a ward out, they can get rid of that. It's a rather common spot. Just a matter of whether they want to spend the sentry to try and check or not.
The
Other wards
battle
sitting in mid.
begins.
Right, so far so good. September, you can go for the visual block and stuff like that on the creeps. Kind of try and make life a little bit easier. Other than that, he's just probably looking to soak some experience. He has the boots, so he'll be able to just kite around a little bit. There you go, that's the right overlay. It's... Top lane is a bad one. Also one of these heroes that we see a whole lot of in the Chinese scene right now. Hasn't skilled anything yet, just puts a point into your forest shield now. Ready to defend himself. But... Oh god.
First blood, and it's
I
already
didn't even
on
see his
scene.
icon there. But apparently Faith and Kaka were right on top of him, so
Dire's
it's a
middle
bit of an
tower
issue.
is under attack.
Right, you pick a roaming hero like a Pudge against the Monkey King, who's just the king of roamers right now, just being able to jump on trees and just keep tabs on you, with you having a very hard time of actually figuring that out. So just the vision, the intelligence that it gives you is so great. I mean, look at this. He's just sitting here, soaking even experience on the pull. Now they can... They're trying to cut the trees. One tangle left on demons. And two on June. Kaka, he's ice cold though. He's sitting there for so long. I would have tried to jump away immediately here, just out of panic. They actually cut the right tree and they committed more of the tangos as it stands. He does get away in CDC. Of course, you don't want to eat all your tangos. Just on a hunch that there might be a Monkey King in the streets. So this is a bit of a trial lane. They do take control of this particular side pull.
Regeneration.
Kaipi is still in experience range. There's a fresh creep wave. Perfect position for him. So, God, what? I need to pay my attention. I'm sorry, guys. Detours, flame, etc. But yeah, I was in flame, I guess, going for a rune or something. I don't know, but he got caught out. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah. Just keep expecting something to happen here in this top lane. I guess they know better than to try and go and kill the Baton. It's very hard to do, especially if you're not exactly sure where the Monkey King is at. Kaka already made his way back up top here. They're actually at this ward here, this ops ward on the high ground. So it's rather freshly placed, and it does keep tabs on Kaka, which is super useful, of course. Wait, that's a radiant ward. Never mind. Forget it. Forget what I just said. Ugh. Some of my thoughts was dire. What? Okay, solo kill. How is that even possible? Meanwhile, mid, that's the first kill we actually see here in Flame. Gets jumped on by Kaka. He might actually get the counter kill in. Flame is not even dying here. S-Triple-C, not enough damage or shrapnel charges. And now Demons just walks up. Go for a slow and extra hook into the lift. So that's a second hero going down. Flame is bold enough to make his way back. He will have to join his team and shrine up more than likely. If it was up, but it's not for another 2 minutes. Sans is just very, very bold right now. S-Triple-C has another sharpness charge, could have thrown that out. What the?
My finest work.
It isn't even Omnislash, it's just him walking up to die. Can't even blame you for that one. This shouldn't happen. Yeah, Kaka wasn't there, he still has plenty of mana left. So he didn't even spring in on that one. Now I might try and spring in mid. Demons though, he's smoked up. He also has an arcane rune, which is not nice. Bad news for S-Triple-C here. Now slowed down, the hook will miss somehow. And the flame actually dies now with Kaka making an appearance. Demons, nice little Q. Found the strike, but S-Triple-C once again quite with enough damage on target. But with the help from Faith, they will be able to secure the Rubik. The hook will miss again. Kaka, another, another jump all the way across the map. Looking to maybe try and secure the kill on punch. And it's a few too many heroes that made their way towards middle lane. What's Faith doing here? Is he aggro jungling on CM, really? Also stealing this guy, alright. Alright. I'll try and keep an eye on this bottom lane a little bit more, because U9 has gotten 2 solo kills that he should have gotten just by walking up. But at the same time, we gotta keep an eye on this Kaka guy.
Is under attack.
How can you just do that? How can you Q from the tree without falling off?
Quick
What a
question,
hero.
Baron. When you say Lord of Avernus, is that by birth or by marriage?
Wow, did you hear that? Some voice lines. Alright. Interesting. As it stands, flyby. He's still keeping up in terms of farm. So, with everything that's happened, he hasn't actually been impacted by that all that much, just because Kaipi is playing very, very conservative. He's not spamming a Forex Shield as much as he probably could with the CM on the field, already 2 points up into the Arcane Aura now. Faith probably looking for the third one pretty damn soon until when he hits level 5.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, bottom lane that is. Alright, this makes a little bit more sense just with the Omni Slash. But still not something that should have happened. He should be nowhere near U9. He knows that there's an Omni Slash there. Demons makes a TP in, but can't quite find the hook. So the result of all of this is that Juggernaut way ahead in terms of net worth, about 600 compared to the Lifestealer, even though they have very similar CS values. And
Dire's middle tower
yeah, I
is
can
under
say once
attack.
again this Newbee is winning all the lanes. So despite Kaipi not being able to put on too much pressure on Flyby, he's still getting his own levels, he's still getting a good amount of last hits himself, with 28 right now. And the pattern with farm is pretty damn scary. So the question is, what is CDEC's out? What can they look forward to? I guess they armed with the lifesteal and maybe try and go for some infest shenanigans, but then this time he gets out, barely. Kaka already used Bound Strike, so hey. But yeah, you don't even have a lot of good heroes to invest into unless the Blink Daggers can come out in September. It's gonna be a while till he gets one. It's not even halfway to Arcane Boots for crying out loud. Venomar's a similar situation. In fact, he's going for the Hand of Midas. Obviously a lot of value here when you get that XP talent. So you can supercharge yourself in terms of levels, but it's... you need something to help you along the way at this point, because the scoreline is 7-1. And this is not going to help you if they can get this kill. Triple C actually gets hooked, so it was a bait! Or was it? Yeah, Demon should be able to put on enough damage. Maybe, maybe not. Yes, Triple C actually gets himself a double kill. Now turning out from Flame. Just realizing he's probably not going to walk out of there. So just trying to set it up. One right click, not missing uphill. So CM getting something for herself. Yep. One kill for the price of God knows how many. And this is just not something that CDEC can keep doing. You have a Pudge on your team who's 1, 2, and 1. And that's just not enough impact. Yeah, this will happen. Caught this by accident just because it was so quickly. With Kaka with a bit of a setup, and then U9 of course with a DD rune. Easy Omni-Slash kill on a Rubik. Was just trying to soak some experience, but it seems like CDEC like, feels like they're paralyzed. They're just stuck in their lanes, just on autopilot almost. Newbee is just always one step ahead. It's Kaka once again sitting here, and Flame showing himself with the Q. Shrapnel coming out. Keeping an eye on this. Jump coming through. Ultimate. That and a couple of right clicks here as well. Kaka just uses ultimate for it, and this will be enough to secure the kill. Nice little fissure there, actually blocking him in. Follow-up control from Sepp, and he's not even getting the kill though. Oh god. He's trying to go and fight in that Wukong's command. Kaka got plenty of help from the rest of his teams to secure himself a triple kill. For all his trouble. This is just... CDEC, like...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I know what it is. It's just being too comfortable with the heroes. Just judging their own strengths.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, underestimating the Monkey King, but... Nope.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Result
attack.
is 10k net worth, almost, at the 11-minute mark, and this is a big deal. This is a really big advantage to have this early. Bottom lane, extra fights, and this time around September does not have a TP scroll. Kaka gets himself the kill. Snacks it away from U9. And just going from bad to worse, I struggle to see a way for them to come back into it, because I guess they have somewhat decent high ground defense. Technically, but you need the levels on your heroes for that. I mean, normally you'd say Fate Bolt is pretty damn useful, but June is level 4. He's nowhere near max out Fate Bolt. The hook as well. You can play around that. Not the guaranteed thing that you can actually get it. Now another Wukong's command here. FPS command, I should say. Some round though, Kaka not having as much help from his teammates, who just got hooked down. CDEC gets something going for themselves here with 4 heroes, then now soon to be 5 being committed to this bottom lane. So the flip side is Newbee already fishing across the map. Kaipi
Are fortified.
pushing out the top lane. Gonna get some help from Faith. Everyone else is just farming.
Double damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
September finally has the arcane boots, some extra value items.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Link
attack.
Dag is still super far away. At least level 6 on Pudge now, so you have some control with the Dismember. They can definitely find pickoffs, or they can
Is under attack.
kill people if they find pickoffs, I should say.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh, Lion's Throne actually there by U9. He wants to fight. He does have level 1 Omni-Slash still and might be able to use it on June. Gets the Healing Ward, throws it out. Nice defensive hook here actually to block out the Omni-Slash. Healing Ward will keep him safe. Meanwhile, here around where the tower used to be, September just dies and blink away from Triple C, and Flyby now slowed down by the Curse of Vernus and Shrapnel and everything. Another defensive hook here. Ultimate there on June. Should end up falling this one, and he will.
Radiant's middle
Lifesteal
tower
just ends up infesting into demons for a free ride. Barely able to survive this one. Meanwhile, mid though, TP out on Venomon's Faith drops his ultimate. A little bit too late to bring out the damage. Yeah, still, it was like... It was the entirety of CDC in this general area. And Newbee, they were kind of split up. They were coming in more or less one by one. And they're still the ones walking away ahead, just with the TPs down to the tower. Able to take that fight. You definitely need some big plays.
Excellent.
Looking at Demons, I'm looking at Earthshaker, needs to find money for his Blink. Maybe then you can do something, maybe then you can go across the lines, try and catch Ash-Triple-C, but as it stands, he's even more farmed than a Lifestealer right now, already has the Maelstrom. Now going for Yasha by the looks of it, yeah, so... Maybe for Manta Style. Is that a little bit of confusion, but I don't know if Manta Style is really the way to go this game. It's not too much, it dispels. Maybe just a casual Yasha for the movement speed, which is super useful for the sniper. But yeah. After that, he'll probably still go Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike, this kind of stuff. Oh, gotta be careful though. Nah. That was just
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
questionable. Because might be just the lag and the Dota 2 being a little bit weird across half the world, but that hook looked like it was slightly off the mark. That could have been a great kill. Right, S-Triple-C, high farming on the side of Newbee. You need these kind of things to start going your way if you CDC, or else might as well say goodbye to this game. This is still in the battle on the field. He has a Midas going. Midas plus 20 XP gains. He's also going to be an issue before long. I don't know how you're going to deal with the farm the Baron on top of a farm Sniper and a farm Juggernaut. Speaking of Juggernaut, U9 has the Shadow Blades. That's something that Gareth mentioned the other day, that the Chinese really like to go for this item when they're ahead. Now Kaka Smoke will break here. See a couple of heroes and triple stun. Follow up with the Omni Slash and Flame. Gets his ultimate off, but then he dies. Actually gets sniped in the back here. Fly by making an appearance. Now Kaipi pops his own ultimate. Tanks up the tower a little bit. Now the Wukong's command saving U9 barely, but he's still taken out to the poison. Just enough to bring him down. Kaka is there to carry. Flyby walks into Wukong's command as it expires. 4 for 3 trade, actually very good for CDEC. The way that worked out. And this started with a pretty good initiation for Newbee. Triple stun into Omni Slash into like into the Primal Spring. But then it got his ultimate off. That's led to the kill on Juggernaut, just barely. Didn't have the healing ward, not enough mana for it, or not off cooldown or something, I don't know. And the biggest thing was his wraparound on the sniper who was in mid. Him dying first really made this possible for CDC. So signs of life from them for sure. Stop the bleeding for now. That we're still hovering about 10k in favor of Newbee. And they have Midas of their own, and Flame of course having his finish. Went for the Ether Lens. Not sure about that one. Normally what you see for these kind of Venos is... Then again, he switched. I mean, it's not the normal mid-Veno build that we see where you just max out the Gale. Instead, he just switched towards the Plague Wards. So it's a bit more traditional. Just ward spam, get your ultimate off, whatever the cost kind of Veno. You know, top September's dead. Goodbye. Bashed it on the Kaka already, so that's pretty damn strong. Meanwhile, Rubik, not sure what he was doing there. To be quite honest with you. Didn't have any wards in his inventory. Maybe they've been dewarded right off the bat or straight away as well. Not sure. But yeah. Extra free quill. Pre-kill, U9 still has his ultimate to work with, so if you find someone isolated, it's something that CDC has to be worried about. There's a lot of things that I have to be worried about, actually. One good thing they've got going for them in terms of farm is the lifesteal. There's a Shadow Blade of his own, so this item extremely popular in general. Whether you're ahead or behind, I suppose. Meanwhile, up top, Promise Spring will barely miss you with the slow. Demons TPing in. Maybe can find Hook, but oh ho ho! Kaka gets hooked down, I believe. He's still got his ultimate off, and it's doing so much damage here to Demons in June. Demons will actually be able to deny himself. Nice fissure here as Flyback comes in, but the bashes are real, keeping Kaka alive. His monkey friends, and now ultimate on step in the back, enough to bring him down, while the Omni Slash finishes off Flyby, and Newbee somehow able to stay alive through all of that. Damn, these basher things from the Wukong's command. Ice Frog definitely smiling upon Kaka right now, but yeah. And also lead into tier 2. And the Skullcraft that was just starting to stop climbing, I suppose. Maybe the way to say it is right back on track. Yeah, Shadowblade Sanjiasha is... I don't know. It's one of these old school mid-game Juggernaut builds. I mean, this hero is flexible enough that almost anything can work on him, but it's definitely not the most common way to play him. I mean, it's used to go like Battle Fury at times, just for farm potential, until that got replaced by Maelstrom. And for mobility, for initiation, you would just get the Blink Dagger instead of the Shadow Blade. Oh, nice little hook out here. No Omni Slash available, but he will be able to spin away. Slow coming through, but now Wukong's command from the back, making me lag. June just ends up falling immediately and oh no, what? I was down here, but still made me lag up here. Oh no, that was Rubik's stolen command, wasn't it? I was so confused. So confused. That hook lands somehow. They do get the abandon. He doesn't have his ultimate, so that's a nice little kill. Kaka also dies down bottom to something, but the fight still rages on here, and the rest of Newbee still very strong. Somehow he denies himself through shrapnel and spin. What the hell? What the hell is going on? How is that even possible? Oh god, June. That's poor guy. Three right clicks and an ultimate just to kill him. While we're standing behind this tier 3. And with that, so many heroes being down, Flyback cannot get close. Not fearing for his life, healing ward, making sure that everyone is nice and topped up. And just finish up the tier 3 and probably gonna go for shrines, bottom tier 2. Playing it safe. Blink Dagger will almost be done by Faith as well. Already has the Glimmer Cape, so might want to be looking out for these blink freezing fields. Just gotta watch for the Earthshaker though. September can still easily cancel that with like any of the spells. And we'll be able to finish him off right the hell now. Blink forward. Don't get that initial stun. But they still get the kill regardless. But Sniper's right there. Shrapnels. Ultimate. Not sure what the courier is doing there. Dying, I guess. The miscontrol there from CDC. And U9 with the Silver Edge completed will be able to snag at that as collateral damage as well. But yeah, talking about Shadow Blades, we haven't talked about Silver Edges just yet in this game. Nothing too crazy though that you would disable. I guess the Lifestealer Feast. Oldfield's not even leveled yet because June is so far behind in terms of experience. God, level 9 while everyone inside of Newbee is at least level 13. This Rubik not having a fun time in this game. He is trying to stay alive, but now he gets ultied up. Oh, nice dodge actually. Not the stolen spin, but CDC, they're looking for defense. If they can somehow pull this off, then they stay in the game. If not, then it's probably I might as well call GG at that point. Aegis and snipers, so SCCC can play a little bit more forward. He does have the Hurricane Pike, so nice little sidestep on the hook. Any vision of that? Not really. Just random. They're blinking away. That's a good hook though. Oh, what? Oh no, the lift cancelled the hook, I guess? That's not ideal. Flyby, able to walk away, invis and raged. Well, that's CCC still doing his best. So just blinking away from low ground. Nothing too crazy. And now Wukong's command comes out on top of the Omni Slash. Your Flyby actually has just ends up dying immediately. This Monkey King ult will zone the rest of CDC away. Another hook, this time actually hits on SCCC here as Kaka gets out of the way. They should be able to finish off demons here. Shrine keeps him alive for now, but now he already used his Hurricane Pike. SCCC might actually end up dying. He's still on a tier 4. September with the lockdown. Now Flyby as well. Do get that kill, and now Newbee starting to fall apart. 4 heroes in total taking a spill. They only lost in range racks after all. I mean, didn't actually decide to put damage on the melees. So that is a huge turnaround for CDC. 3.8k gold swing. Plus and minus on both sides, but at a cost of a lifestealer buyback. So this is still a very scary situation for CDC to be in. Because if Flyby dies now, then he's not going to be back for a while. And this might then be the call for Newbee to just end the game as it stands. Need to maybe take it a little bit slower, maybe even wait for next Roshan if they feel uncomfortable. We can look at some of the items that they're looking for. Mjolnir recipe and sniper, so all he needs is that Hyperstone to finish that one off. Juggernaut. What should he buy actually? I don't know, the world is his oyster. I don't think there's really anything that he needs to counter. So maybe just something like a Skadi, but there's a bit of teamfight here. They do find Earthshake up on the high ground. Monkey King hooked away, follow-up control from demons. Kaipi is there though, and the Omni Slash coming through. They get one. Lose the Monkey King, but they get the counter kill on the Pudge. Now maybe a little bit more faith with the Throne and Flame. Kaipi not quite able to close the distance before the blink can come out. Oh, oh my God. June stole the tree dance. So he's not jumping around like a Monkey King. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Overall, still a good trade for CDC. Giving up a Pudge for the super farmed Kaka. Also only just a 4 position, but sitting at a decent amount of net worth. His own Shadowblade too. I'm not sure what this obsession with Shadowblades is. Oh, yeah. Quick blink there from Faith, keeping him alive. Now, instant infest into Shadowblade. And Shigos also has a Shadowblade, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. They will find Kaka. They will be able to burst him down instantly. Great kill, and this time around they'll also be able to make their way out of there. No one ready to respawn from Newbee. You know, kind of flaming the Shadowblades, but so far they've been working. Don't think there's a gem on anybody. No. They definitely might want to think about one. Abaddon has Radiance though. That's what he put his Midas money into. Patch ends up dying there, but mid lane SCCC is actually in a lot of trouble here. With Flyby gets it off, force stuff away. Slowed, attempted from June, but now it's actually, as he exposed himself, he should end up falling. And he does, as he cannot get out of shrapnel. No ultimate here, just to bit of chip damage to Flyby, and also slow him down a tiny amount. By Courier dies somehow. But Rage TP, nothing to cancel that one in the moment. U9. What if he's waiting for September to come over for Invis? Actually, yeah, better think twice about that one. I don't think he wanted to reveal himself there. But 2-for-1 trade, I guess, overall, over the course of the last minute or so. But Newbee's the ones who get the lane momentum in the favor. Mid lane, of course, naturally is pushing in slightly. Top lane being pushed by Inflame, but Kaka, well,
Dire's bottom tower
throws on the ultimate, says hello and goodbye. Not messing around at all, and now a couple of TPs to help push that lane out. So Newbee is just trying to take control, but CDC has other plans. Once again, September with Shadowblade and Blink at the ready and looking for the wraparound here. Rubik gets initiated on U9, shows himself, needs one more right click here, actually finishes off with a spin on the invis. Now he's up against 3 heroes in total. So let's see, Omnislash throws it out, turns to September and gets a kill. Flyby. We'll be able to man-fight now, especially if they can get rid of that healing ward, and they can. Unite's still alive, actually! Focuses on focuses on the punch, and now as the rest of his team comes in to help, they turn it into a full 5-man wipe, and another 30-minute game ends in favor of Newbee as a GG is called after that one. Oh, man. It almost looked like CDC would have been able to find a way back into this. They were getting some pickoffs here and there. They were winning that big team fight in mid where Newbee kind of overextended, focusing more on kills and on trying to put on more damage on the racks. But as it stands, they're still operating on a wholly different level. And looking at standings now, they should be at 11-3 with CDC. They're at 3-9 right now, so it's dreams of playoffs far, far away. Let's a quick look at the scoreboard here. Yeah. There's just some great play. Mostly, apart from this one slip up in mid again. Probably didn't need to push it that far. SCCC got hooked. Because Kaka sidestepped, and then SCCC didn't get the memo, so he got hooked, and then he kind of panic hurricane piked before the Aegis was out. And that put him even closer towards the tier 4, so it was a bit of a panic moment. But other than that, Newbee, very cool, calm, and collected, and some very strong display from pretty much all of the heroes, all of the players, as you would expect from a team of this caliber. But yeah, we've got one more game coming up. That's going to be LGD, who are sitting at 4-2, so they haven't played a whole lot of games just yet, up against FTD Club C, who've lost every single one of their games. So we'll see how that one turns out, whether they can finally get themselves a point or not. But for now, I'm going to take a short break. That game is scheduled to start in half an hour. So we do have some time, unless they start earlier. I'll keep you up to date in chat, though. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter if you enjoyed the cast, at DragonDropDota. But yeah, in the meantime, you can enjoy some music. Hooray!